Tuesday, July 17th, coming up live on The View. The Tonight Show's Ross the Intern Matthews is sitting in as our special guest co-host and telling the ladies how he's The View's #1 fan. Plus, star of the sizzling, scandalous new drama Army Wives, Kim Delaney. Then, you don't have to bear all when you hit the beach this summer, because we've got the coolest cover-ups to wear for fun in the sun. And Broadway superstar Kristen Chenoweth is telling the ladies about starring in next season's most buzzed-about new sitcom. All that, hot topics, and more coming up on Season 10 of The View.
This is all for you?
Whoa, sorry. And everybody else is here, too. Please welcome the ladies.
So, when were you on with us? A few weeks ago?
I was back in early June, yeah.
Okay, so this is Ross Matthews, sometimes known as Ross the Intern. And one morning, I don't know where my head was, when Ross was on, he said, I'd love to be, you said, I'd love to be
a co-host on the show, like that.
Okay, and here it is.
That's the best decision you have ever made.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yes, it is. Can we hear it for that decision? Am I right?
Yeah. Decisions I've made.
I guess you made some bigger decisions than that.
Just in case you don't know who Ross the Intern is, he was the intern on The Tonight Show. He's been a regular for 6 years.
I started as a lowly intern, and now I'm a correspondent on the Tonight Show.
No, you're a lowly correspondent.
Wait a minute, you got your break.
His big break when he covered the red carpet at the Ocean's 11 thing to look and kissing everybody.
Huge stars.
You lost over 50 pounds on Celebrity Fit Club.
Over 50 pounds! Can you believe that? That's huge. I never thought I'd do it.
You're like a miniature version of yourself.
There I am. Look at me, big boy.
How did you do it?
Just like the old-fashioned way. You know, there's no secret. Just working out.
All his testosterone.
I never had any.
Are you still losing weight?
I'm still. Now I want to tone up and get a muscle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like Jay Leno.
Yeah, just like Jay Leno.
Yeah, you're gonna do like Pilates or anything
or whatever
like
those are.
What's that new thing? The board that vibrates.
I'll take two.
Anything that vibrates your
Anything I want.
Right.
Come on, Mark.
I understand your mother's here somewhere.
My mother's in the front row. Her first time in New York. First time east of Idaho.
He's the son you always wanted, right?
Oh, yeah, she got 2 sons. Yeah.
You're a gay boy in Idaho. That must have been really an interesting
We were in
childhood.
Washington State. We grew up in a little farm town.
Yes.
Yeah, I sold berries on the side of the road.
I bet you did so well.
I sold a lot of berries, I'll tell you that much. Anyway.
I don't regret asking you to come on.
Really?
You're adorable, really.
Thank you. I'm going to make you proud, Barbara.
I am proud.
I am.
Oh, I'm so proud.
I am.
That's what I always wanted.
Is this for me?
What?
Mike, can I keep this?
No, it's a prop.
You can borrow it. You can borrow it today.
Buy it in the kiosk downstairs.
Okay, I will do.
Discount.
Yeah, a little discount.
20 off.
Speaking of pride,
Yes.
there is a man who is not too proud. We talked about him last week. I don't know whether you knew about it, Ross, but this is Senator David Vitter. He is from Louisiana, and he had been accused of having links to a Washington escort service. He said that was long ago, and he apologized. But then he also is denying that he went to a New Orleans brothel. But what we love, he had a press conference with his wife. We want to show you the picture.
Yeah.
Look at that body.
She looks very forgiving, doesn't she? It's okay.
Well, it's hard enough to try to deal with that behind closed doors. Imagine having to stand there. And I'm sure it just resurges all the the energy and anger, and I don't know what else she could be feeling.
New Orleans, though, that's gotten more federal attention than Katrina. This particular.
Part of it, and you and I were talking about this, is part of it was the hypocrisy. The fact that he's talked about morality and family man and stressed that. That's why I think,
Well,
you know,
he's
we're talking
staunchly-
about him and sort of putting him down. Had he been straight in the word of telling the truth, I don't mean
contrary.
sexually.
He's very straight.
Well, he's very
He's actually anti-gay, is what he is.
He's for straight in terms of telling the truth.
I know. He's against gay marriage. He's a staunch right-wing conservative. He suggested that Clinton should resign because he was morally unfit to govern. He knocked out another Republican Congressman, Bob Livingston, in 1998 after disclosures of Bob Livingston's numerous affairs. And now this hypocrite gets in there, and now we're stuck with him. And Giuliani, isn't he involved with Giuliani's
Giuliani
campaign?
has said, yes, he was his representative in Louisiana, but Giuliani has said, I don't want to quote him, but that, you know, he has a great many, he's not responsible for everyone who is backing him for their morals or their personality and so forth.
I don't think that this is I think we've seen this sort of deceit and hypocrisy across, you know, party lines. So what concerns me is that these politicians...
Doesn't it seem more on the Republican side that they're...
does.
Because you know why? Because they're so conservative.
No,
And they're so proud of it, too. And they always stand up and they say, this is how you should live your life. Not all of them, but some of them. And I love it when those people get up and say, this is how you should live your life. This is the way you should follow. And then those are always the people who are sleeping with prostitutes in New Orleans.
It's happening on both party lines. It's just those people who have set themselves up as, you know, the do-gooders. They happen to be bigger targets when they do fall. What concerns me, if I could just finish.
Just let me say one thing.
Wait a minute, no.
American people do not like hypocrisy.
Exactly.
No, who does?
Told how to live. Sorry. Oh, I need to learn this lesson from you.
Above all red and blue and all that whole fight that's going to go on for eternity, what concerns me is when politicians put themselves in a place where they're hiding something like this, where it could be used in a form of blackmail against them when they're making decisions based on our national security. I think anyone in their position that is making decisions for the rest of us and how secure we're going to be, especially in a time of war, should never put themselves in a position where someone else could blackmail them and cause them to make a decision that could land us in a whole bunch of trouble.
It's not just about being blackmailed. It's about the moral responsibility that you have
That's
to
obvious.
your wife.
That's obvious.
To your wife and to your constituents when you run on a plan of like a moral basis, when you run on that, and then you're letting down your entire constituency.
Just in case this
Not
guy
just your family.
just FYI, in case this guy denies it and says that it didn't happen, it was long ago, just remember that his wife said to forgive is not always the easy choice, but the right choice for me. Why is she forgiving him?
I give him. Why did you not criticize Hillary for forgiving?
I'm just saying. Bill Clinton, we know the story.
She
Because
did.
Hillary never took a stand. This woman is quoted as saying something like, and I'm remembering it, she said, I'm more like Lorena Bobbitt than I am. Hillary...
Stay away!
Hillary's against forgiveness. Again, what they're against is the fact that she said, Hillary did not make big stands about forgiveness, and Hillary, from the beginning, seemed to have been more tolerant. This woman made stands years ago about, I would never forgive, I would never forgive. Again, it is the two-facedness of it that people criticize.
I certainly give her credit for being able to at least stand through that entire press conference. I don't know how she could have done that, and on top of already forgiving him years ago, which to relive that again is horrible.
Well, you know, we hope they're happy, and we hope it's all okay.
Oh, yeah, they'll be happy.
We hope they're happy.